Hi, welcome to day 3. We are riding from Rivière-du-Loup in Quebec to Fredericton in New Brunswick. I'm packed up, just breakfast of a granola bar and some juice. But before I leave, I wanted to introduce you to this little guy who hung out with me last night. Agath, my host at the Yellow House Airbnb, told me last night about a waterfall in Rivière-du-Loup that I really should go have a look at. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Heading back up north. It's only 20 minutes or 30 minutes going back the way I came. But I'm looking forward to being able to fly the drone and see if I can get some nice footage to show you people. And let's go. Skies look pretty gloomy, but I'm happy. I'm on the greatest ride of my life. So there you go. Where is this place? There it is, tucked away behind everything.
Behind? But yeah, look, there's plenty of place. I'm leaving in about 10 minutes, but you should be fine right there.
Oh, I understand. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. I had a curious bystander while I was packing up. By the time I got out of Rivière-du-Loup, it was already past noon. So I decided to just belt it all the way down to Grand Falls, a distance of, I believe, 180 kilometers. Should be able to cover it in about 2 hours. But yeah, obviously I would take a break somewhere and grab a cup of coffee or something. Breakfast was pretty light today, so yeah. So I wanted to show you why I don't ride with other people. I get fiddly on the road. I'm playing around with cameras, microphones, SD cards, phones. I'm switching stuff around. It would be pretty painful for somebody to be standing around waiting for me while I'm doing all this. This happens 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day while I'm moving stuff around. It's hot when you're not moving. Once you get moving, it's a little chilly. So, yeah. Alright, now, Mama Vulcan fuel lamp light just came on. I've had to resort to a bit of video trickery because I forgot to turn on the image stabilization on the backup camera that was mounted on my helmet. The resulting footage was all garbage, but I still wanted you to see a bit of the view that was choking me up. Unbelievable. And I'll check my phone in about an hour. Thank you so much for your help. Yeah, see you in a bit. Yeah, cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Well, that's a big problem solved because I forgot my medication at home. Today's day 3 that I've missed my dosage. I feel okay, but I know that if I let it go for 10 days or so, yeah, it won't be good. So I called my friend Keiko back home, and then she sent me the phone number for a Shoppers Drug Mart in Fredericton. So I called them, and they offered to call my pharmacy in Toronto, get a prescription, and they're gonna, give me my meds. How cool is that? So yeah, problem solved. So lunch is almost done. That was a very boring ham and cheese sandwich. They didn't have much else in there. But yeah, whatever, it's food. Best part of it was cheap. So nothing wrong with that. It's so quiet around here. Yeah, I'm really beginning to detest that GoPro. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to use one. Wow, crazy. Talk about good timing. I caught footage of somebody ziplining over the water. When I was bringing Dronacharya in for a landing, I scared these two girls, and then they wanted to take selfies with it. It was fun. I left soon after. It was blazing hot by the time I left. There were 200 kilometers from Grand Falls to Fredericton. Went pretty uneventful, but 30 minutes outside the city I got hit by a pop-up storm. I managed to pull over and get into my rain gear, but in the rush I forgot to close the pannier properly and I lost my precious Itchy Boots hat. Made it to Fredericton and my Airbnb, which was not so good. I went to pick up some food later. The food that showed up at my table was not what I had thought I'd ordered. While downloading footage from my cameras onto my hard drives later that evening, I realized that I'd forgotten to turn on stabilization on one of my cameras, and all the footage was garbage. Hence the little bit of video trickery that you saw earlier in this episode. Yeah, it had been that kind of day. Well, we live, we learn, and we ride on.